Your portfolio is performing badly, but you're paralyzed with inaction. You just don't know what to do. So let's have a look at what some of the solutions are and why this might happen to you. It's not entirely your fault. Now, if you have a strong bull market like we've had in the last year or the year before, or indeed the year before that, then the maths is very simple. On £100,000, delaying by 12 months would have cost you £23,400 on average if you just had a broad index tracker. So if the maths is so clear, why is it that people so often can't do this? Why is it so often that they become somewhat paralyzed with taking action? So let's have a look at what might be some of the problems on that aspect, okay? If you look at those numbers, they, of course, initially don't seem real to anyone. They say, oh, well, I've missed it now, so I might as well wait even longer and even longer still. When an experiment was done, just pure mathematics, between three types of investors, between those who chose to wait and those who didn't, even the ones who bought at the worst possible time and then compared to ones who just waited an extra 12 months, those who bought at the worst possible time were still far more likely to end up outperforming. Of course, the one who outperformed the best was the mythical perfect timer. Let's assume you're not going to be the mythical perfect timer, because that's why you're procrastinating. You think you will be. You're looking at it all wrong. You're not realizing that actually you're in it for the long term. Markets will rise and will fall. And actually, statistically, you're more likely to be better to be in, even if you want to then dollar cost average in and go in small tranches. Now, what are the protocols, the methods to avoid this procrastination problem? One is fix a date when you're going to first make the first investment. That way, when that date arrives, it's not a question of should I, shouldn't I? It's just a question of execution. So what you call pre-commitment on a future date. The second thing is, if you want, put it into small tranches. Don't go all in one lump sum, maybe a third every month, okay? Or a quarter every month, or a fifth every month, but don't do 1% for the next 100 months, obviously. Then have a bit of a break from stock market updates, the constant stock market updates. It's that daily checking your portfolio that is causing you to think that you might be able to perfectly time or you should wait. You can do neither sensibly. Okay, so don't try and do that. When we've looked at historic models as well, based on real live data, what we found is that actually the recoveries happen relatively quickly in the bigger scheme of things. Okay, so for that reason, you have one more reason, good reason to actually just get on with it, albeit in smaller tranches. Now, one of the ways to remove that fear of taking action is actually to be better prepared. To be better prepared, I suggest you look at alpeshpatel.com/links. We've got a ton of free resources there to help you overcome that action paralysis. Thank you.